Hey, good evening. This is Dennis Hong coming from Winnipeg. As you know, there's a lot of time we're talking about looking for a cure for diseases, which is great. There's some that absolutely we found cure, but there's a lot of other diseases that we have not able to find a cure. And I hope that someday we will find cure for all these different diseases. But I want to talk about prevention. If we can do better lifestyle, increasing some, extra fiber, extra vegetable, sleeping properly, managing stress properly, then we can actually prevent a lot of chronic diseases that we have. For example, type 2 diabetes. I was talking to a colleague and friend this morning, and also Alzheimer. And so he was asking me about, he read something that saying type 2 diabetes is not because of the sugar. And so I explained that, it's insulin resistant. What happened is that you got so much sugar coming into the system and the cell keep bombarded with the sugar, and insulin keep coming out to control and push that sugar into the muscle cell, and later on so much insulin hitting the receptor that these receptors have become resistant. My example is that if somebody's bugging you, if you got a kid and you're doing something and the kids keep bugging you, after a while you just ignore that. The same idea. After a while your muscle and insulin receptor muscle just ignore that excessive insulin that's coming. Now you got insulin resistance, so now sugars are not going into the muscle properly, and with that, now you got high sugar in your blood. And with that will convert to LDL triglyceride as a storage energy. And later on, more sugar, those are going to cause inflammation. And Alzheimer is actually, now they call it type 3 diabetes, because it's the trajectory of type 2 diabetes. If you get type 2 diabetes, there's potential, most likely, you probably will get Alzheimer. So for those two are huge thing. And so for those type of thing to, resolve or not get there, you can really change your lifestyle, food, stress, all of that will improve that. The same thing, when you get more inflammation, you can get more issue with cell damage, and there's potential cancer. And for female, if you're under a lot of stress and you don't have enough fiber and stuff, your gut's not working, then your estrogen elimination may be not efficient. That can potentially lead to breast cancer. So there's a lot of things that you can kind of change in your life to do the prevention. I hope that make you think a little bit more about prevention rather than just looking for a cure. I'm not saying we don't need to look for a cure, but we need to prevent so that we have less people getting into these chronic diseases. If you want to discuss a little bit more, absolutely personal message me. If you want to know how to do some prevention for yourself and you need some help, let's talk. Just connect with me, and I'm happy to give you at least half an hour, and we can discuss your individual condition and situation, and then see how we can do some prevention. I hope this is helpful. This is Dennis Hong coming from Winnipeg, and I'm grateful to